Prisoner 46,664. Step forward. The guard's voice echoed through the registration hall of Robben Island. Nelson Mandela stood in line with the other newly arrived prisoners. Each man wore the same rough khaki uniform. Each man had been stripped of his possessions, his clothes, his identity. But Mandela refused to be stripped of his dignity. Prisoner 46,664, the guard repeated more forcefully. I said step forward. Mandela didn't move. He stood still, looking straight ahead. The guard walked over, his face reddening with anger. Are you deaf? When I call your number, you step forward. Mandela turned to face him. His voice was calm, measured. I have a name, he said. My name is Nelson Mandela. I don't care what your name is, the guard spat. You're a prisoner now. You're a number. That's all you are. No, Mandela said quietly. I am a human being. I have a name, and I will respond to my name, not a number. The other prisoners watched in stunned silence. No one spoke to guards like this. No one defied them. The consequences were severe: beatings, solitary confinement. Worse. The guard's hand moved to his baton. You think you're special? You think you're better than the others? I don't think I'm better, Mandela said. I think I'm human, just as you are, just as everyone in this room is. And a human being has a name. The tension was palpable. The guard could strike him. He had the authority, the power. But something in Mandela's eyes, something unwavering, something dignified, made him pause. Fine, the guard finally said, his voice cold. Nelson Mandela, step forward for processing. Mandela stepped forward. It was a small victory, perhaps meaningless in the grand scheme, but to him it meant everything. Because if he allowed them to reduce him to a number, to strip him of his name, his identity, his humanity, then they had truly imprisoned him. Not just his body, but his soul. That night, in his cell, another prisoner whispered across the darkness, "Why did you do that? You could have been beaten." "Because," Mandela replied, "they can take my freedom. They can lock me in this cage, but they cannot take my dignity. That is mine to keep or give away, and I choose to keep it." The prison uniform was designed to humiliate, short pants that ended above the knee like children wore. This was deliberate. In African culture, adult men wore long trousers, short pants were for boys. The message was clear: you are not men, you are children, you are less than. Most prisoners wore the shorts without complaint. What choice did they have? Resistance meant punishment, but Mandela found a way. One evening, a guard passed his cell and stopped. "What are you doing?" he demanded. Mandela was sitting on the floor, carefully sewing. He had taken the short pants and was modifying them, folding and stitching the fabric to create longer legs. "I am altering my uniform," Mandela said simply. "That's against regulations," the guard said. "You wear what you're given." "I am wearing what I'm given," Mandela replied. "I'm simply modifying it to be more appropriate for a grown man." "Take them off, now. You'll get new shorts tomorrow." "I will not," Mandela said, his voice still calm but firm. "I am an adult man. I will not wear clothing designed for children. It is demeaning. It is intended to strip us of our dignity, and I will not accept it." The guard reported him. The warden called him in. "Mandela, this is a small thing. Why make it an issue? Just wear the uniform and save yourself trouble." Mandela looked at him steadily. "It is precisely because it is a small thing that it matters. he said. You designed these uniforms to break our spirit, to make us feel less than human. Every small indignity adds up. And if I accept this one, what comes next? Where does it end? The warden frowned. You're going to fight over pants. I'm going to fight for my dignity, Mandela corrected. Yes, every day, in every small way. Because dignity is not a small thing. It is everything. They could have punished him severely. Solitary confinement, hard labor. But something about his quiet determination, his refusal to be broken, gave them pause. Eventually, after months of resistance, not just from Mandela but from other prisoners who followed his example, the prison authorities relented. Long pants were issued. It was a small victory. But to the prisoners, it was profound. Because it proved something. You could resist. You could maintain your dignity, even here, even in hell. The daily routine included random inspections. Prisoners were ordered to strip naked, bend over, and submit to humiliating searches. The guards wielded absolute power. Compliance was not optional. One day, during an inspection, the guard barked the command, "Strip, all of you, now!" The prisoners began to undress. Mandela removed his shirt, his pants. But when the guard ordered them to bend over, Mandela remained standing upright. "I said bend over," the guard shouted. "I will not," Mandela said. The guard's face flushed with rage. "You will obey orders." "I will obey lawful orders," Mandela said, "but I will not participate in my own degradation. This inspection is designed to humiliate, not for security. And I will not submit to humiliation." Another guard stepped forward, baton raised. "You'll do as you're told, or you'll be beaten." Mandela looked him in the eye. "Then beat me," he said quietly. "Beat me standing, because I will not bend. You can break my body, but you cannot break my spirit. My dignity is mine. It cannot be taken by force." The silence was deafening. The other prisoners watched, terrified for him, but also awed. No one defied the guards like this. No one. The guard with the baton hesitated. There was something in Mandela's eyes, a strength, a certainty, that gave him pause. To beat a man who stood with such quiet dignity felt somehow shameful. The head guard finally spoke. "Take him to solitary. 2 weeks." Mandela nodded. He dressed calmly and walked toward the isolation cells, head held high. One of the younger prisoners whispered to his cellmate later, "Did you see that? He wouldn't bend." "More than that," the cellmate said. "He taught us something. They have power over our bodies, but they don't have power over our souls. That we can keep." And from that day forward, the inspections changed. Not immediately. Not dramatically, but gradually the guards realized these men, these prisoners, had something they couldn't touch, something they couldn't break, dignity. And it was more powerful than any baton, any cell, any punishment. There was a young guard named Piet, fresh out of training, filled with the propaganda he'd been taught. These prisoners are terrorists. They are dangerous. They are animals. Treat them accordingly. Piet took his role seriously. He shouted at the prisoners. He struck them if they moved too slowly. He wanted to prove he was tough, that he wasn't soft. One day, he was escorting Mandela to the quarry. Mandela walked slowly. He was older now, his body worn from years of hard labor. "Move faster," Piet barked, shoving him. Mandela stumbled but caught himself. He turned to look at Piet, not with anger, not with hatred, but with something else, curiosity, understanding. "What's your name?" Mandela asked. Piet was taken aback. Prisoners didn't ask guards questions. "That's none of your business." "I'm curious," Mandela said. "You're young. You have your whole life ahead of you. What do you want from life?" "I said move," Piet shouted, raising his baton. Mandela didn't flinch. He simply looked at Piet with those calm, steady eyes. "I'm moving," he said gently, "but I'm also a human being, and I'd like to know your name. It's a simple courtesy." "I'm not giving you courtesy," Piet yelled. "You're a prisoner." "Yes," Mandela said, "I am a prisoner, but I'm also a father, a husband, a man who loves his country, just as you are a son to someone, perhaps a brother, perhaps someday a father. We are not so different, you and I." Piet felt something uncomfortable stir inside him. This was not how it was supposed to go. Prisoners were supposed to be afraid, resentful, angry. But this man looked at him with something like compassion. "Why aren't you angry at me?" Piet asked despite himself. "Because anger would diminish me," Mandela said. "I choose to see you as a human being, even if you don't see me the same way. I choose to treat you with dignity, even if you don't treat me with dignity. Because my dignity doesn't depend on your actions. It depends on mine." Over the following months, Piet watched Mandela, watched how he treated everyone, guards, fellow prisoners, even the warden, with the same steady respect, the same recognition of their humanity. And slowly, something changed in Piet. He stopped shouting, stopped striking. He began to see the prisoners not as numbers, not as terrorists, but as people. Men with families, dreams, hopes. Years later, after Mandela's release, Piet sought him out. "I need to apologize," he said, "for how I treated you, for what I did." Mandela smiled and embraced him. "You learned," he said. "That's what matters. You learned to see humanity, and in doing so, you reclaimed your own." There was an old man in the prison named Samuel. He had been there for 15 years. The years had broken his body. He could barely walk. His hands shook. His health was failing. The other prisoners avoided him, not out of cruelty, but out of fear. Associating with the weak made you weak. In prison, you had to be strong to survive. But Mandela saw Samuel struggling one day, trying to walk to the bathroom. His legs gave out, and he fell. The guards laughed. "Look at the old man," one said. "Can't even stand." Mandela walked over. He bent down and helped Samuel to his feet. "Come," he said gently. "I'll help you." "You don't have to," Samuel whispered, ashamed. "I know," Mandela said, "but I want to." He walked with Samuel, slowly, supporting his weight. The guards watched, bemused. The other prisoners watched, surprised. When they reached the bathroom, Samuel began to cry. "Thank you," he said. I felt like an animal, like I'd lost everything. But you treated me like a man." "You are a man," Mandela said. "Suffering does not diminish your dignity. Illness does not make you less human. You deserve to be treated with respect. Always." From that day on, Mandela made it a point to check on Samuel, to help him when he needed it, to sit with him and talk. Other prisoners began to do the same. They realized, if Mandela, the most respected man among them, could help the weakest without shame, so could they. A culture shift began. Prisoners helped each other. They shared what little they had. They treated each other with dignity, even when the guards did not. And the guards noticed. It was harder to dehumanize men who treated each other with such care, harder to see them as animals when they behaved with such humanity. One guard said to Mandela one day, "Why do you care so much about him? He's nobody." Mandela looked at him steadily. "He's not nobody," he said. "He's Samuel. He has a name, a life, a family somewhere who loves him. He is somebody. And even if he weren't, even if he had no family, no name, he would still deserve dignity. Because dignity is not earned, it is inherent. It belongs to every human being by virtue of being human." 27 years of attempts to break him, to strip him of dignity, to reduce him to nothing. But when Mandela finally walked out of that prison, he walked with his head high. His body was older, weaker, but his spirit was unbroken. At his first press conference, a journalist asked, "Mr. Mandela, how did you survive? How did you keep your dignity after all they did to you?" Mandela smiled. "They couldn't take my dignity," he said, "because dignity is not something that can be given or taken. It's something you carry inside. They could imprison my body, they could deny me freedom, but they could not touch my soul. And my soul remained free." "But didn't you ever want revenge?" another reporter asked. "Revenge would have meant accepting their view of me," Mandela said. "They saw me as less than human. If I had acted with hatred, with cruelty, I would have proved them right. Instead, I chose to see them as human, to treat them with dignity. And in doing so, I preserved my own." Years later, Mandela met with the prison warden who had overseen his imprisonment, the man who had enforced the rules designed to break him. The warden couldn't look him in the eye. I don't know what to say," he said. "I was part of a system that tried to destroy you." Mandela placed a hand on his shoulder. "You were," he said, "but you were also a human being, trapped in that system. I don't hate you. I understand you. And I hope you've learned what I learned, that every person, no matter their crime, their status, their circumstances, deserves to be treated with dignity. Because that is what makes us human." The warden broke down crying. "How can you forgive me?" "Because holding on to anger would imprison me again," Mandela said. "I spent 27 years in a cell. I refuse to spend the rest of my life in the prison of hatred. Forgiveness is not for you, it's for me. It's how I stay free." That day, that moment, crystallized everything Mandela had learned. Dignity cannot be taken, it can only be surrendered, and he had never surrendered his. Not in the darkest cell, not under the harshest treatment, not even in the face of death. He had remained always unbreakably human. And that humanity, that dignity, had not only saved him, it had transformed those around him. It had shown the world what it means to be truly free.